How do you resolve your challenges, your issues, your conflicts? Hey there, my name is Joyce Omondi, and today on CITAM Church Online, I want to share with you about solving problems, 4 ways to solve problems. So the book of Exodus, chapter 17, details the story. It's the continuing story of the children of Israel. You know, they've left Egypt, they're in the wilderness, Moses is leading them, and these guys are just really complaining about everything, right? At this point in their story, we find them where they have left the wilderness of sin and they've moved from place to place, says verse 1. Eventually, they camped at Rephidim, but there was no water for the people to drink. So once more, the people complained against Moses. "Give us water to drink," they demanded. "Quiet," Moses replied. Why are you complaining against me, and why are you testing the Lord?" The truth is, many times we are really like the children of Israel. We will complain, we will grumble, we will murmur, we will, get really bogged down and frustrated and sad, and we don't know how to address those challenges. We don't do a good job of addressing the things that frustrate us. Oftentimes we turn and start shifting blame, and these guys, the Israelites, had been doing that all along. In Egypt they were complaining, they're leaving, they're complaining, you're on the way to the promised land, you're complaining, right? And many times we actually really do behave the same way that they did. And so today I really want to focus on the fact that oftentimes there are much better ways for us to resolve the problems that we face. Before we, stand up for ourselves and put down others and, show them who's boss, there are much more effective ways for us to actually resolve the problems and the challenges that we face. And so today I want to share 4 of them with you. Number 1 is to give it careful thought. I don't know about you, but sometimes when you're going through a problem, we can be so quick to have a response, so quick to get angry and riled up. But if we had just taken a moment to breathe in, breathe out, and really think carefully about the situation, we're in a much better position to be able to assess what is it that led us here in the first place. What is it that has caused the situation to be the way it is? Unfortunately, though, when we are so quick to murmur and to complain and to grumble, careful thought just slips on out of the window. And so a challenge to all of us today to really just pause, take that moment and reflect, think, could it even be that I am the one who has caused this situation to be? Very, very important for us to do. And that then leads us into the second solution for how to address problems, which is to rearrange our priorities. As I was saying, there's times where when you take that moment to pause, you'll actually realize, oh my goodness, I think I am the one, because of either negligence on my part or I didn't, order things in my life correctly. ABC has now led to XYZ. And so very important for us in the midst of challenges and situations and problems to really do an honest assessment of ourselves and say, have I prioritized the right things? Have I put, first what is supposed to be first? Or have I paid attention, devoted my energies to so many other things, and then the thing that was so critical and required my attention, I'm now too tired to do it, and now that it is not being done, there is a problem. Are we arranging our priorities well? When we do that and when we make that assessment, giving both careful thought and looking at our priorities, you'd be surprised at how many problems you're actually able to divert from or escape or not even have to encounter. The third thing then I would like to share with you today is discussion and good counsel. sometimes there are those challenges that you did your part, right? You had very careful thought when you went into it. You had prioritized correctly, but things happen, such is life. And so the problem is before you. So what do? Again, very important in that moment to seek good counsel. This is my third point. Seek good counsel and good discussion about it. It is often said that a problem shared is a problem half solved. And there's so many times where I've really just tried to, be the superwoman and have it figured out by myself. And just being vulnerable with someone else, a trusted confidant, and within 2 minutes they'll have a solution, and you're just like, man, what was I stressing about that whole time? But again, very important too that you are sharing and discussing with the right people, and that goes back to, who do you surround yourself with? Are the people in your life edifying you? Are they building you? Are they challenging you, challenging your notions and all the things that you hold firm? Or are they just like cheerleaders and spectators in your life? And so when things are going thick, they're just like, hey, and I told you. Or, yeah, we're no longer friends. Who are the people that are surrounding you? Who are your confidants? Very important for you to be able to solve issues through this third point of discussion and good counsel, to ensure that the people around you are the right ones to begin with. The fourth point that I'd like to share then is prayer. And I know this seems like, sometimes this can seem obvious to many of us, but the truth is, we don't do this as our first resolve. We do exactly what the children of Israel were doing. We complain, we grumble, we blame others, we murmur. Those are the things that we often first turn to. But I'm really trying to challenge myself this year. Before I even tell anybody anything or share the issue that I'm facing, have I gone to God first? Because at the end of the day, He is my friend and He wants to be our friend. And so prayer has this way of really helping us do all three of these things. Prayer literally is like, it's the one size fits all solution. It's like a 3-in-1, if you will, because in prayer we're able to really quiet our thoughts, quiet our emotions, and that's where we can begin to be very honest with ourselves and just say, anyway, you know what, I didn't think carefully, or that's my fault because I did not prioritize, or I realize that I don't have a place to run to because I've not surrounded myself with good counsel. And so prayer is so critical, especially in this day and age where we're so quick to run to social media and bash people. We're quick at clapping back, like we celebrate guys who have quick clapbacks. That's the sort of world that we live in. But I think God is calling us to a higher standard, that as His children, we should not be responding to issues the same way that the world does. There needs to be a marked difference in our lives and in our responses against those of the world. So today, I really hope that, we can resolve and challenge ourselves to not be like the children of Israel, and that as problems come, because they will come, this is life, as problems come our way, we will have made that resolve today, beforehand, before the challenge comes, that I will give it careful thought, I will seek to rearrange my priorities, I will discuss and seek good counsel, but above all else, even before anything is said and done, I will turn to God in prayer. God is able to solve everything under the sun. There's nothing that He cannot do, is what His word promises us. And that's the great thing about having a Savior who has walked this earth that we live in, that has experienced the sort of challenges that we have. And so I really hope that this is of encouragement to you, even as we celebrate this brand new month and the rest of 2020. Do let me know which point has really stood out for you, and of course be sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel and follow us on social media at CITAM Church Online. Until next time, God bless you and have a wonderful time. Ciao.